Hey guys, StinaRose here, and today we're here at the opening of Season 3 of the Welsknight Patron Server. I personally have been waiting for this moment since I joined the community back in April, so you can just imagine how thrilled I am to be taking part in the event. There are so many people here on the server today, so I just know that this season is going to be filled with lots of great builds and adventures. I hope you'll stay with me as I create in this new world. Well, I'm going to stop talking for now and turn this over to Welsknight and the mods as they get the season underway. I'll see you in a little bit.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Everybody pumped? Everybody excited?
Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Enthusiastic cheering! Woohoo! That'd be more noise if they could speak. This is true.
Well, thank you so much to everybody for coming on today and joining us. Very, very much appreciated. This is the launch of Season 3 of the Welsknight Patron Server. Very exciting. Today we're going to be just doing a few little ground rules here at the beginning of the launch, and then we'll get straight to it. I've got a few just housekeeping things I'd like to take everybody through if possible. First things first, a lot of people have asked.
We lost you, Morgan.
That
What
is the
did you
seed.
cut out?
Can you see the seed there?
The seed.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the seed we're playing on this season is the Hermitcraft Season 5 seed. It wasn't really originally designed. We weren't looking for it specifically, but we were looking for a seed with quad witch huts, and this was actually pretty perfect for what we were looking for. So this is World Spawn. Is it here? And then we've also got some locations already designated for town and for Marcus District. So we'll head over to town. Yes, you do. You do have the idea. YDYT, that was right. It was your idea. So yes, we're going to also got some spots allocated for the for Market District. So we'll go through those locations shortly. For those of you who have not already done so, please go on Discord chat and check out the guidelines and rules for this season. It's important that you guys are across that and that you guys have acknowledged those rules. We have those rules in place for a reason. They're to make sure that we all have the best possible time and we don't cause any issues, either inadvertently or intentionally. Other things to be aware of for this particular season is that
Let me jump in for a second about the rules, just real
Go
quick,
for it.
Wallace. So the rules are there. The rules have been provided to absolutely everybody. You have no excuse whatsoever for not knowing the rules. If you break the rules and you're caught breaking the rules, I don't believe in second chances on the Patreon server. I mean, like, it's that simple. We had some issues last season with people who got caught stealing and, oh, it wasn't me, it was my mother. And I'm like, I don't care. You're responsible for everything that happens with your account once on the server. We're on Spigot this season, so we will know if we are able to log every single action that you do. If you open a door, if you open a chest, any of that kind of stuff, we will know. So don't break the rules. Know the rules, follow the rules, and it's all good. If you're caught breaking them, sorry, tough cookies, you knew the rules. It's that simple. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, absolutely.
What if I break the rules? I make the rules. I can break them at will. I'm an exception.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's great. No, thank you for that. That's perfect. So the other things I want to talk about, we have one bed sleeping, and we have Enderman griefing turned off, and both of those things are with command blocks. Apart from that, we're keeping this whole thing very vanilla this season. We have turned up spawners. There was a question in chat there before. We have turned up spawners to 30, so they are more common, but not at crazy levels like on the Hermitcraft server, but yeah, we will see that. We've also got two custom loot tables set up, one for shulker boxes, so we can guarantee the shulker shell drops, and also for the Ender Dragon for elytra drops, head and egg drops for all of the for each time. So look, we're using the loot tables out of the Hermitcraft server as well. we all of what I've just said is subject to change, and we will reserve the right to change everything and anything as we need to, in order to make sure that the server runs in the best possible way. That's pretty much all I have to say to start with. Is there anything else, Wells or YT or Morgan, you wanted to add before we get started?
A lot of people asking about mob heads. I don't think we have mob heads currently.
No, we don't, but we are investigating that.
Yeah, I would certainly be open to the possibility of that. So we don't have it at the moment, but if there's enough people who want it, I would certainly be open to making that happen. One thing that I will say is that this is your guys' server. Like this is the Welsknight Patreon community server. The server belongs to you. If there's something that you guys as a community decide that I'll do what I can to make sure it happens. This is not a server where I personally just make all the decisions. I want you guys to, as a community, make the decisions and make this server what you guys want it to be. So things with like mob heads, if that's something that you guys as a server decide, yeah, we want mob heads, then myself and our admin team will do what we can to make that happen.
Another
I'm
thing.
removing UFO tree already. No UFO trees on the server, please.
So the only other thing I was going to just quickly add was just the somebody just made a comment with regard to the clear lag and the plugins we have for Spigot. So at the moment we have log block and also we have clear lag, and clear lag is basically a tool that we can use to just improve the underlying performance of the server, and that will mainly click around entities, but also allow us to identify where there are significant lagging chunks, either due to people having too many entities or those types of things, all of which is designed to help us just improve the overall performance of the server. So I think that's it. I think we're good to
I have one more thing to add.
Okay, go for it.
I've received a lot of complaints about the way I've set up the voice channels with a limit of how many people and it requiring push to talk. But I like to add that is literally only for today to make sure that, as we've got a lot of people on, if you press tab you can see, to make sure it's not too much, whereas that will all be removed once today's over.
That's right. It's unfortunately a necessary evil. Yeah, hashtag blame mobs. That's right.
Yep. And that's the thing. For those of you who are new, if anything ever goes wrong on the server, if there's anything that happens, it's always Obs' fault. Always. Just so you guys are aware.
We love you, Obs.
That's great. That never gets old. Especially for Obs.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, I think we can get started. Let me just quickly. I'm just going to put the town chords in chat, so people can start making their way out there. We'll restart the local, restart the day-night cycle and get everything going. So get ready, peeps. We'll be heading off in. Basically, you can start heading off now.
Do daylight cycle. True, and you know what? We cannot start with rain.
Are we moving out of this channel into the others, or are we staying here?
Yes. So go ahead.
Yes.
You can split out into the other channels. I will bounce around between channels. So once you pick a channel, just kind of try and stick with it, and I'll make sure that I bounce around, so I'm not just letting one group hog me.
So Season 3 is already off to an exciting start. The first thing I did was jumped in a boat and followed some friends several thousand blocks away from the spawn area to the area that they were claiming for their base. It was a lot of fun to just look around and to see the world in that way. I was able to find some sheep before the very first night and craft myself a bed, which I thought was going to be a really good thing, except when the first night came, there was something wrong with the one player sleep command. It sounds a little bit like Hermitcraft Season 5. Yeah. Anyway, I was knocked out of bed by a zombie and almost killed, but I managed to fight it off with my wooden sword and get back into my travels. I did finally find make it to where my friends were, took a look around their base, saw the donkey that was hanging around up in their tree, and realized I really needed to get started on my own stuff. So I turned around and headed the several thousand blocks back to Spawn Town. It was quite an adventure, and I am actually really proud of myself that I didn't die along the way. Truthfully, that's amazing, because this was honestly more scary than the Naked and Scared event that I did a couple weekends ago. Just because I had no one else to help protect me, and I was just running the whole time. When I got to Spawn Town, of course, this is half an hour, almost an hour into the gameplay, and I had nothing. I had no stone. I had nothing but my wooden tools that I made at the very beginning, and I really needed to go resource mining, and so that's what I did. Jumped down into the mines, started digging, started looking around, finding coal and iron, redstone, lapis, and of course looking for diamonds. Something else that I was really looking for while I was mining was the stone. I knew that I would need lots and lots of cobblestone for the build that I wanted to do in Spawn Town. When the server finished, Season 2 finished a couple weeks ago, I started brainstorming ideas of what I wanted to do for my Spawn Town house. Now, I still don't know what I want to do for my main base, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of hanging around town right now. But I did know that I wanted to build a certain type of Spawn Town house, something that would be inspiring for me as a builder, something that would be fun for others to look at. So I've been working on this design for several weeks, and I'm really kind of excited to see how it's going to come together in survival, and if it's going to look anything like what I created in the creative world that I've been using. I don't know. It might look completely different by the time I'm done. I do know that our plot sizes are 19 by 19, so we have to be very careful about the size of our Spawn Town homes. So like I said, I know that I need a lot of stone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the cobblestone from regular cobblestone, put it into the furnace, make it into smooth stone, make it into stone bricks. Some of those stone bricks I'm just going to use as stone bricks. I'm also going to need cracked stone bricks. I'm going to need mossy stone bricks. And so there's going to be a lot of stone that I need. So I was gathering that up as well. I also was gathering up andesite because that works very well in that combination. Once I got enough materials out of the mines, at least enough to get started, I still needed more things for constructing my home. Basically, I needed wood. So I came out of the mines, went around, tried to find a place where I could start cutting down some trees to get the wood that I need. Now, when I built this in creative, I used spruce. But looking around Spawn Town, there is no spruce to be seen. So I ended up using, well, I knew that I was going to end up using dark oak. It just makes sense. We're in a dark oak forest. There's a lot of dark oak around. And I think that the dark oak will look just as good as the spruce did. I do want to find some spruce though. I'm going to need it for some accents. Hopefully somebody has some saplings that they'll be able to either trade or be willing to give me. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I was very thankful for another one of the patrons who was on the server. They were going around with an enchanting table, and they came to me and they said, "Do you want to enchant your things?" And I said, "Yes, thank you. And I was able to enchant my armor, enchant my sword. They're very basic level enchantments, but it's a start. And I feel quite a bit safer with those enchantments on my armor. Then it was time to just find a place to build. And I found it. And it's not even on land. I'm going to build on a sandbar on the edge of the ocean. And I think it's going to be perfect. I think it's going to be the perfect place to allow my build to grow and to stand out, and yet to seem like it fits there. So I'm excited to get started. I hope you are too. Now it's time to grab my cobblestone and set down a foundation. I'm really excited that this is the Hermitcraft seed. I do wish that I had paid a little better attention on where things actually were located on that seed, because I don't really know. I watched videos of many of the hermits, but I don't really know where things are. And so I don't even know where to start thinking about looking for a base location. I don't know where I want to build. I don't know what kind of biome I want to build in. I don't know what kind of base I want to have. If you have ideas, I'm very willing to add those ideas to my list. I have quite a large list of base ideas, nothing that's captured my fancy completely. And I'd really be happy to entertain any ideas that you would have. So in the comments below, go ahead and write down your ideas. Any idea. I'm looking for anything that you have to come up with. Now, no guarantees that I'm going to build any of them. Like I said, I already have a list of ideas that have been floating around in my head. But I would like to hear from you. Who knows, maybe you have the idea that's going to say, yes, this is what I want to build in this season. This is the kind of base that I want to have. So go ahead, leave the comment below. I look through my comments. I do my very, very best to respond to each and every one of them. And, you know, just give me a little bit of time. But I do. I look through all of them. I read them all. And I appreciate hearing from you, because this isn't just my channel. This isn't just me playing. I want to make it a conversation. I want this to be a community where you can come and say, hey, StinaRose, did you think about doing this? You guys are pretty smart. I want to hear from you. As you can see, I'm counting out my foundation, figuring out what I'm exactly where things go, making sure that I have everything laid out just how I want it. Have you figured out what I'm making yet? Is the shape giving it away? I don't know. You guys are pretty smart. I'm really excited to build this structure, and I'm trying my hardest not to tell you what it is, because it's going to be so cool. It is going to be so cool. Well, at least I hope so, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time working on it, and it is kind of out in the open where everyone's going to see it if I fail, which I'm going to fail at something at some point, like going thousands of blocks instead of coming straight to spawn town. That might have been a little bit of a fail, but it was so fun to see where my friends were. Anyway, did you figure it out yet? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think I'm building here at Spawn Town. That's all I have time for this video. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.